Well, howdy y'all, this is Stone Hooking on Texas. Got another Georgetown flake here. It's kind of a long and narrow one. But I'm gonna try to make a point kind of like an Eden point with some wider flake scores. Kind of lay it in here. Got some curve on the end enough. I don't think I can get past that right there. I'm just gonna try to make a little Eden point with some wider flake scores. Hopefully. I never really made. I've made points I called Edens before, but I never really tried to make them wide little flake scores like that. So this thing got such a concavity right there. All I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna get rid of that little sharp edge, and then I'm gonna come over here and set up a bevel, try to get this thing thinned out and flattened out mostly right off this edge right here. Hit too short. I'm gonna just take another little roll here just to strengthen up this edge, because right now it's still got a pretty sharp, very low angle edge. So I'm gonna try to strengthen it up just a little bit more. I got a lot of sharp edge here and all that excess on tip. I'm gonna go ahead and work that over there. got me. I like to knock that cortex back just a little bit right there where my platform's going to be. I don't think that cortex is anything good to hit. You know, it's not there. I don't see it, and you don't really affect where you hit. So I'm gonna have to get a Band-Aid, I guess, for that little old cut. Give it a lot of cortex right there. I ain't even getting a good bevel. Well, I'd like to get that one little knot right there, but anyway, I got me a pretty good bevel there now. It's one of them deals where you only get one shot at this. Cause if you mess up, you probably don't got much room to correct it. These flakes need to come over here really and feather out really close to that line just to get this thing flattened out. I'll have a little extra room here to do a little shape it up maybe, but I'm gonna go put a Band-Aid on this finger and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got me a Band-Aid. I got this thing beveled, pretty heavy bevel on there, but it's kind of cortexy too, so I don't know. I'm gonna scrunch it down good. Grind it good. Then I'm not gonna try to necessarily do this all at one time. I'm gonna try to take a flake, move down a good ways in another flake, then another flake, then hopefully I'll have some good ridges to feather on out there where I want to finish up at. I'm gonna start right here at the tip, I reckon. Oh, I missed to the left where I really wanted to hit. It kind of got so far up on there, and it feathered out right on the line, but it didn't leave me the best contours on it. Ain't bad. I'm just gonna get rid of that little bit of lip right there. And I'm gonna move like right here. Try to do that again. I don't know, in my mind, I wasn't picturing these flakes to go over there and feather out quite that good. But I'm glad they are. This one here's got such a steep bevel, and them went so good, I'm gonna just take the little flake right there and get rid of that lip. And this will be my next platform right there. It's got a little hump right there on it though. I don't like that hump. I done ground it so heavy I don't think I can do anything with that right there though. But I did something about a little flake. Just gonna have to go for it. Well, we just feathered out right there at the line too. I love Georgetown. Good old gray Georgetown. Seen some of the stuff, that black junk they call Georgetown. I don't really call that Georgetown. This right here is a piece of Georgetown. And right under the cortex right here is some of the sweetest rock. Man, I love flaking that stuff. Now I'm gonna come back down here to tip. It's still a little whopper jaw, got a little bit of mass right here to come off, and got that ridge right there. I'm gonna go ahead and bend that tip out a little bit. Take this short flake, kind of get rid of that lip, and put my platform right there. Heck, I just contoured that side pretty good. I got these, I need to knock some little ridges off right there. And come down here and maybe take some flakes to, but I wasn't expecting that thing to just kind of flake off that smooth and easy. Got a lot of lips still though there. I'm gonna try to get rid of them. Anything too weak. Still got a little high spot right there, a little bit of mass right there. I'll try to knock off of this side, and then heck, it'll be in pretty good shape. Then I need to see. Got some extra mass right there. I need to straighten up that margin. See, it's got a curve to it. I don't really have much of nothing to hit except that little dot right there. I wish I wouldn't have missed to the left. I kind of missed to the right that time. I'll have to get some of this out of the way though. I just can't get to it comfortably. Where I need to be working on this side. Right here. That wasn't a very good hit. That flake didn't go very far. Kind of missed to the left, I think. I can't talk while I swing. I can't hardly talk at all here because I'm just kind of focused in. Trying to be. Thought I hit too short, but I made it. Looking down in margin, that there still got a little belly to it. I think I really just need to take it off the tip. And maybe a little bit right there. This side, it's still pretty rough. I really just gonna take a couple of these big ridges off there though, and maybe straighten this. I don't even know if I'm gonna even straighten it up much more, and I'm gonna pressure flake it because I'd hate to mess it up now. Mess. Well, I'm gonna call that it. Just pressure flake him here on that. Kind of straight. It's got a little bit of curve to the margin, but we gotta work out the pressure flaker. It really turned out bigger than I thought it would. I didn't know there was that much rock in that flake. So I'm gonna just let me turn this camera down, zoom it in, and get kind of focused on pressure flaking. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got everything all set up. Looking at the preform over, this side right here's got pretty good contours. It's got a few little whoop-de-doos here and there, you know, but it's got some ridges. That side will flake really good. This side right here, flipped it too much wheel too, except for right there, you can see that's a low spot along this edge mostly right here, so I'm not gonna run no flakes out here on that area right there at all. I'm barely even gonna clean the edge up right there, because if you just look at the margin, it's just a low spot where I hit too far up on there or something. Then from there on back, if you can see it, this is all just mask. Can be thinned down, and this can be thinned down right there. And this side right here, all it needs is just flakes running from side to side pretty much. So I'm gonna just grind this edge real good. I like to go up and down like that right there, and go parallel with the point. Street Tractor always says it ain't good to have grinding marks going up and down like this right here out on your platform. So I believe that. And then I'm just gonna pick out the, I'm gonna look down the margin. This side needs, that's that low spot right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and work each side of that low spot a little bit. Them edges kind of look like they favor this side. So I'm gonna try to push flake right up that ridge. First thing, don't get too fancy. Just slip. That worked pretty good. So I'm gonna take this little flake. I'm gonna catch one right here. I don't know if I'm gonna push it hard, that flake. I don't want to go over there and overshot the other side, but I ain't worried about the wide flake scar pattern yet. Nothing. I just want to make a good, smooth preform. good there. I'm gonna twist the edge and try to tie this in. That in smooth. That's where that thin spot is, so I want to try to get these flakes just to feather in to that thin spot right there. Crumble that edge right there. I'm getting to where I'm if you look down that edge, it's got a curve and it's getting to where I'm trying to flake too far above center. So if I keep that up, I'll probably mess up. So I'll go ahead and kind of scrunch this area right back this way. Just come through and hit all them low spots and anything I can get just to take some mass off right through there. And establish a good convex contour too. So these here don't need to be very long flakes at all right here, just to get a contour established. Same thing over here. I'm kind of closer to this side in a way, so I don't know about right back here though. I think I need to clean up some of them deltas. A little whoop-de-doo in that edge right there where I can't really seat my tool right where I want to. there. Kind of felt like it was fixing to, because them flakes are just not letting me get no pressure built up. I knew it was going to break off. So I'm gonna just try to move over a little bit and push Flake right in underneath behind that thing. Well, I hadn't broke off that Flake right there. But contour really shaping up. That edge is getting a little bit weak right there, I can tell, so I'm gonna just push it a little bit more and grind it just a little bit more. My hand slipped down this, he's getting on that one. crumbling. Really trying to work a little bit too high above center line. That's why it won't crumble on me. But let's see, the contours. The margins look pretty straight. And the contours look pretty good around this way. Couple of high spots. Not really, there's one spot right there where I broke that flake off and had to go around it right there. Anyway, I'm gonna go back down this edge and work it both ways and just stiffen up this edge and just put a final little straightening on it. And then I'm gonna come back and put that last pass of big wider flakes. I'm gonna just come back and take some little flakes back on this other side, and that ought to make that margin nice and straight right down the middle pretty much. Well, we'll call it good enough. Margin's really straight, kind of strong. It's got just a little bit of, got good convexity going down to it on both sides. And it's pretty straight. And the contours pretty thick lenticular, which is perfect. I wasn't really expecting to get, I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm glad I got this. Alright, now this, I'm gonna go make the final pass now, but let me take 5, go get a little shot of coffee, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with this Eden preform, I'm gonna call it, but I'm happy with it all over. That one spot got a little left, a little thick spot right there where that flake broke off, and I knew it was gonna happen. I kind of saw it coming, and I didn't. I should have ground that edge a little bit more. I think it'll be all right. What I'm gonna do now, I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do because I've never done this exactly like this, but I just think it'll work. I'm gonna grind that edge laterally. It's pretty good and straight. And that's, I'm gonna flake both sides off of that edge right there, so that my tool will actually be seating right on that edge, just right down the center line, roughly. So what I'm gonna do, get my marker. I'm gonna take a flake. The tip's gonna start out different. You just ain't got enough width to make them wide. But when I get down here, when I take a wider flake, say, I'm gonna clip each edge a little bit, straighten it up, then flip it over, take this flake. It's the sequence of them little flicks in between the big flakes that make all the difference in the world, how your margin comes out, how straight it is and all. And I ain't never been too good at that, kind of like zigzagging. But it's still fun. So I'm gonna start right there. Hit my point just a little bit. I'm gonna start right there on the tip, just by getting the flake and clean up both sides of it with a little tiny flake. Yeah, I'm gonna flip that bad boy over. I'm gonna take a little tiny flake, then I'm gonna take a bigger flake right there. Clean this little lip. It's so hard for me to see where I need to be flaking on when I do this for some reason. I think it's right there. I need to move in. Well, I can't get a flake right there. I think I need to be right there. feel like I already flaked that, but I get confused. I can see where I need to flake right there. Yeah. I crumble that edge, cause I just have such a hard time seeing them little ridges right where I need to sink that tool or whatever. They get a good see. It crumbled. I gotta get lined out. I need to start running some wider flakes now. Hit that. I need to hit that right there. Well, you gotta get a good strong tool seat to get a wide flake. It don't take very much pressure to push that flake, but that tool has to be seated. Ooh. I feel like I've gotten way behind on I guess right there is right. I didn't get no pressure on that. I think I was flaking in the wrong spot though. I'm supposed to be right here. Dang it, I just took that flake for nothing. You can really tell where you're supposed to be flaking by that biggest ridge. But sometimes that's just hard for me to see. This edge just ain't strong enough right there. And I'm not pushing them straight across there. I'm bad about that. On that side, pushing them at an angle. I said, them flakes need to be directly straight across. Yeah, I think I got confused again. That released too quick. Mm-hmm. Well, I ain't getting good tool seats or well, that ain't exactly what I had in mind to wing up with. One of them darn plates going straight across. And a little more mold, obvious flake score, so didn't quite succeed at what I had in mind there. What happened to my tip?